There are many, many footballers out around us who started from scratch but are now on top of the popularity list. Today, let us bring you a French soccer player who was born on March 29th, 1991 in Paris, France. Or should I say Paris? The number 7 of the Chelsea team is out there winning hearts of many people around the world. The young 8-year-old N'Golo Kante was pretty damn sure about football. He had nothing else in his mind and was super determined to be a soccer player. Well, today, there he is in the field, doing absolute wonders with his extraordinarily developed skills. So let's take a look into his life, and who can win the World Cup and won't brag about it. The respectful nature of Kanté is praised by his fans and his haters. Putting light on our 30-year-old N'Golo Kante will impress many fans around the globe. N'Golo Kante is a French soccer player who plays as a central midfielder in a Premier League club, Chelsea, in the French national team. He's commended by a lot of people, and he's also considered one of the world's best midfielders, period. Seeing his marvelous performance, you can't just not love him. It's kind of rude. The dude's applauded not just for his kindness, but also being an unbelievable midfield player. Calling him the perfect person wouldn't be far from truth, but, nobody's perfect. Kanté, too, has some facts and oddities that nobody in the public sphere seems to know. Here's 10 things about N'Golo Kante that you really didn't know about. Yeah, and why am I still talking? Let's get into it. In a materialistic world like this, it's impossible to turn down luxuries. Becoming a footballer comes with a hefty paycheck, and with all that money, one's just gotta up your game. Why not treat yourself like a prince, But Kanté, our boy's built different. Despite having this gigantic salary, he still drives around in his Mini Cooper, and believe me, he's perfectly and completely fine just owning a Mini Cooper. Well, if we look into it, he wasn't even buying this cute little car, but he somehow got convinced. So, yeah, it's just really nice to see he doesn't need all this $400,000 car. He's just, this little bitty boy will do. Cool guy. Yeah, you heard it right. N'Golo Kante follows Islam as his religion. He's a pretty simple man who is away from all the spotlights to make his religion a point of debate at a certain place. The player does not only follow Islam, but he's practicing Muslim as well. It got confirmed when his photo went viral of him sitting in Medina after winning a World Cup in France. At other times, he's seen in mosques with people of his faith surrounding him. The story of Kanté is commendable and worth knowing, as Kanté made his way up from the ground himself to shine among the top football stars. It wasn't easy for Kanté to achieve what he has today. The early life of our star player was pretty disturbing, unfortunately. Fans say he does dirty in the field, and they aren't wrong, as Kanté actually sifted through dirt to earn. When he was 11 years old, his father passed away. Kanté had 8 siblings, and to make ends meet, he just had to step out. So he worked as a trash collector to help his mother, and who was a cleaner at the time. Even with such a rough start, Kanté managed to pull up his career and made a professional debut at the age of 21. That's pretty dang good. A song dedicated to my favorite boy by his national football team? Who wouldn't want that? The French national team made up a special song for him, referring to when N'Golo Kante stopped Messi during the World Cup match between France and Argentina, where France won. How cool is that? Here are the song lyrics in English, although we'll have to admit the French version kind of tops it. N'Golo Kante, pa la 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 la. He's short, he's nice, he's stopped Leo Messi, but we all know he's a cheater. N'Golo Kante. Oh, stop, guys. Before you ask, I don't even know how I do it. I don't. Just messing around. That is really sweet, though. We've already discussed how Kanté is living a humble lifestyle, but the guy just can't stop winning our hearts. In France, Kanté would use a kick scooter to get to his training. When he came to Leicester, he insisted on running to reach his training sessions every day. He legit did that for a good while until he was convinced on, buying his little Mini Cooper. Daniel Taylor, his guardian, reveals that Kanté does not consider luxuries essential, unlike other members of his profession. But it turns out that when Kanté first arrived in Leicester, he was not even sure he needed any wheels until being persuaded on doing things the way the Premier League wants. Oh well. Well, we can't say we're not all guilty of this, and Kanté's no exception. Kanté's buddies William and David Luiz co-own an eatery in London. They frequently have their companions and teammates over for lunch or supper. We need to bring this check here again. Despite the huge sum he gets, he never misses a free meal at his friend's cafe, which is called Bavo. He said some way or another he consistently gets out of paying for food there. William said, "If you ask N'Golo pay, he does like that, yeah, I have to pay. Oh no, you and David, you're good. You have such a good heart. Have to admit, very, very smooth, N'Golo. Many people think that the reason behind Kanté's mediocre lifestyle is his low net worth, but they'll be surprised to know that he actually has a gigantic net worth. Currently, he's worth 23 million euros, and that's risen quite a bit over the years. The reason for this is that he's Chelsea's highest earner, even when paying his taxes fully without cheating and donating as much as possible. With a salary of 150,000 euro a week, it's pretty easy to see why he's worth so much. This guy's pretty blessed. A large number of people have uncertain goals or vocations in their lives. However, it appears N'Golo Kante was pretty much entirely opposite from them. He was always aware of his profession. Since the time he was a young child, he knew he needed to make a living out of football. Also, as we all know, he's exceptionally good at it, but although he was sure of what he wanted to do professionally, he was also quite smart enough to keep backup options for himself. One such option was to become an accountant, if not becoming a footballer. Smart move, Kanté. Smart move. The guy is such a low-key person. Even with the paparazzi around, it's impossible to know this guy's romantic status. If you ever wanted to know whether Kanté has a wife or a girlfriend, tough luck, buddy. He's not one to reveal any kind of information like that about his personal life. Feel free to search the internet if you want to, but in all probability, you're not going to find it. Trust me, I've been there. The guy is quite suspicious in this case, so I wonder who's the lucky girl, or guy. If you guys know anything about it, then feel free to share in the comment section below. He might not pass a free meal at his friend's restaurant, but he definitely pays his taxes. Kanté pays his taxes fully up front without hiding behind the bushes. He's clearly refused when Chelsea offered to pay his taxes using an offshore account for lesser tax cuts. He simply wants to pay his taxes like a common man and live a simple life, and big respect for that. Not wanting to go through the offshore account, like, you already have a lot of money, why would you want to pay less? Kanté's France's teammate, Blaise Matuidi, after hearing this, he said, I don't really follow this story, but I'm not surprised of it because it's N'Golo. He's perfect. He doesn't cheat, just a bit when he plays cards. And guess what? Don't play cards with Kanté. The guy deserves all the love and respect that's humanly possible. I mean, you can't not praise a guy like him. Like, if anyone disagrees with me, I'm currently writing your address down and your IP address, that is. Even with such a rough start, he made his way through everything in the most unassertive way possible. He continues to live life simply, inspiring many people around him. A bow to the humble Kanté, everybody. He's loved rightly for his kindness and his hard-working spirit and his meek personality, and just being a great football player. He's basically the perfect person despite everything. It honestly would kind of crush me if, you know how like you think most celebrities are nice and then stuff comes out and they like touch kids or whatever? I really hope Kanté is not hiding anything like that, because this guy is too good to be true. Hope you guys liked today's video, and if you did like it, make sure to hit that button that says you did, and maybe subscribe to and all that good stuff, and feel free to talk in the comment section. Tell us what you want to see in the next video, and then I'll make it for you. Until then, take care and goodbye.